Good afternoon, everybody. How is everybody today? Friday, just like yesterday and tomorrow and the next day. Every day is the same lately, but how's everybody doing? I'm a little behind the eight ball here. I just got back, had to go do an errand. So I asked Michael, since Michael is our first, what topic did he think he would like to hear about today? So I kind of just whipped something up, excuse me, and it's true that people have the same request, sourcing, especially nowadays. How do you source when everything's closed? So hello, Michael. Hello, Sleepless Hustler. How are you today? Let me just go through the chat. Welcome everybody in. Thank you for coming here on a Friday afternoon. Hope everything is well with you and your family. Hope you are well. Hello, Land Shark Picker. Penny Day. How's it going, Penny? Jam Volkswagen. It's funny, I was went somewhere. I went to the post office yesterday and parked in front of me was the old Volkswagen bus. I think it wasn't that old. I think it was like an 80s version. And I can't wait to see the new one that's coming out. They're revisiting like they did with the Mustang, the 60s VW bus, but it's going to be all electric. I've seen some pictures of the basic. I want to see when it's coming out. Oh, just sold something again on Amazon. Amazon's been going nuts today. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I don't know how much it's going to be. I'm curious about that. Hello, Perlini. How are you? Hope I didn't miss anybody. I know, let's see. Another thing some people use is keyword tutorial. That's very true. Just want to make sure. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. How's it going? Welcome in. Melanie, thanks for coming in. Hopefully everybody in here got their package from me by now. Hello, Mick. How are you? Tiffany's Cool Finds is in the house. And Uncle Bees. Hey, Uncle Bees, how you doing? I just wanted to change the music up a little because I didn't have a graphic. I didn't make a graphic because it's like I said, I had just got in, so I was behind the eight ball today. Had to deal with some stuff. We'll just call it. Who did I miss? Squirreled away. How's it going? How you doing? Yep, every day exactly the same. It's almost like Groundhog Day every day. Adam's exploits. What's going on, Adam? And Melissa on the Cape, otherwise known as Melissa Cape. Melanie says she's been sourcing like crazy. All right, Melanie. Where have you been sourcing? Let's see if it's some of the same places that I'm going to show. I have 1, 2, 3 up here that I'm going to show. Hey, Nate, how you doing? Larry the Stash. What's going on, Larry? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Actually, Nate, I wanted to go on with you guys, and I guess I was too late. Next time. Yeah, he wants to reopen the beaches. I guess that's right now. That's just Jacksonville. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I as I was driving home, I heard the news and everybody's saying it's going to be too soon. It's going to be too soon. The reports will start getting big again, and then we'll be back to where we was what was it, March? This first week in March. So I don't know. Hopefully not. I think they just need to have patience and wait. Get the thing under control first, and then reopen. Reopen slowly. People are saying, are they ever going to want to go to a restaurant again and sit next to somebody? And they were talking on the news also about, when you go into a restaurant, it usually has a placard on the outside of the door as you come in. Seating occupancy for 100 people, 68 people, whatever it is. They're thinking of cutting that in half. I don't know if that's a Florida thing or a nationwide thing, but it would be interesting to find out. All right, Melanie. Nothing is open except Dirt Cheap, HEB. I don't know what HEB is. Wally World. Refused to go there, so I source at Dirt Cheap and HEB. What's HEB? HEB. I don't know what HEB could even stand for. Must be a local thing that we don't have here. And since people are freaking out about shopping, they are not taking the deals. Okay. I don't even know what Dirt Cheap is, to tell you the truth. That must be another thing here to what was I going to say? It's probably where you are. It's not a store, Dirt Cheap. I've never heard of. If that's a store, I never heard of it. Did you mesh? Yes, I did. Nate. Edison Camacho. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. You're on the Facebook page. Come over to YouTube and you can chat along with everybody, and everybody can chat along with you. Perlini fell asleep while watching Anthony and Nate. Really? Their conversation is usually live and kicking. I'm just joking, of course, but you have to stop looking at those overnight channels on TV about buying everything. Perlini. I stop into Anthony and Nate's channel when I can in the morning. In Michigan, they'll probably have to wait until June. Wow. Yeah, they were talking about that here too for us in June. Yeah, back to normal. I'm wondering if this is going to be the normal. Just we'll be able to go out again. Building 19. Okay, I remember Building 19. Actually, we have a store here called Ole's that I think is a branch of Building 19. Yeah, so I was thinking about that, and not everybody has an Ole's, but they have a Building 19. Like the last time we went home. That's funny. I haven't heard Building 19 in a long time. Robert, nothing to list. What's up, my friend? How are your health in Missouri? My city is closed until May 15th. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. We're good here. Sandy's on a 2-day work week from the airport. She's loving that, of course. But come over to YouTube and you could chat along with everybody. Because right now only I could see your chat. H-E-B, Howard E. Butt, the founder of grocery stores. Since they don't say but, they say everything is better. Oh, okay. Yeah, Adam has Ole's. My city was gone. The Pretenders. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I am behind today. All right, Nate, take care. Nate just checked in from work. That was cool of him. I'm behind. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up. So, Mike suggested, how about some information on sourcing? And yesterday and even a couple of weeks ago, I spoke to Dolly on the show, and she has this. What kind of mask do they provide, Sandy? Sam, what kind of mask do you have? Surgical and what? N95. So where was I? Dolly has this routine she does in the morning, first thing in the morning. And you know how they say if you're going to time block, the first thing you do when you get out of bed is you do not want to look at your email because that could suck you right into the internet for hours, and then you lost all that time. So the first thing she does is source, and she goes on Facebook Marketplace. So that's the first thing she does every day. And if you've seen her auctions, she's been getting some cool stuff. So let's just check that out because it is fairly easy to do. And yes, Adam, she did actually talk about that yesterday. But let's just review it. So if you're on Facebook, just click home, and on your left-hand side are your options, and you just go to Marketplace. Now, Perlini said, hi, San. I think it's for you, San. Oh, you're in there. I didn't know that. So when you go to Marketplace, it's going to take you to your local marketplace. So what you like, this says St. Cloud, Florida, and I guess I have it set for 20 miles around. And you just go through. Now, a lot of times people are asking, like this guy here, all right? I have contacted this guy a couple of times. And I was looking to buy, like, let's click on his ad. Let's see if he's got more than one picture, photo, whatever you call them. No, he doesn't, huh? Nope. He's got a lot of stuff. Like, these are all Wii games. These are all consoles, all right? He says he has consoles, a lot of consoles. So he did a garage sale, and he only happens to be like 3 miles from my house. So I drove down, and he had everything outside on the tables. And I said, well, how much do you want for all of it? And he says, oh, man. He said, well, somebody just offered me like $15,000 for all of it. Now, I doubt if that was true. He did not have all these consoles on the table. He had a couple, and he had a lot of games. So I says, yeah, I'm not into that. I said, that's a lot. I don't know if you'd get anybody to give you that much money. He says, well, I do have a guy that wants to come in from Texas to buy it all, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. We couldn't make a deal on any, so because if you're a reseller, you're not going to pay $5 a game, $6 a game, and then try to resell it just for 10 if it's worth 10, make 4, and all the hassle and everything. And I'm not trying to buy them all for $1 a piece either. I was trying to give them a reasonable offer, but it couldn't be done. But there's a lot of people, like, I wish I could find it. There was one guy who had some stuff listed that I was interested in. This is the same guy that I was just talking about. The same exact guy. He must have 10 ads on here. He posts a new one, one or two, like every few days. There was one person on here, and like I said, once again, this is Facebook Marketplace. He had some stuff I was interested in, both to resell and personally. And I said, that's a little high. Well, first of all, let's see, which one can I do? I haven't seen that guy. Let's see, Star Wars. This is from over a week ago. And it says right here. Exactly, Melanie. Exactly. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Hey, I'm sorry if I missed anybody else that came in and didn't say hi to you. Definitely welcome to the page. We're just looking at some sourcing options. And the first one we're looking at is Facebook Marketplace. Hi, Paula. Paula, come over to YouTube. Right now, only I can see you. Let everybody chat along with you. Meet some new people. So this is one person on Facebook Marketplace. So the first thing you're going to do, and it's automatic, like it says right here, is this still available? So you're going to send, and I sent this to him. You may get an answer back, and it comes right up here in the chat. You may not get an answer back. So there's one guy. He had stuff, like I said, I was interested in, and I asked, is this still available? Yeah. It was like $300 to $400. I forget the exact price. And I said, gee, how much would you take for all of it? And he said, no, that's what I want. I says, all right, I would be a buyer at, say, $250, because that's what I figure it was worth to me. So 3 weeks goes by. He still has them advertised. He renewed the ad, and still the same price. So I reached out again. Is it still available? Yes. What are you looking for? I says, I'll give you $250 for all of it. And no, that's too cheap. 2 to 3 weeks later, he still has it. I just text him back the same way, and I said, my $250 is a standing offer if you're ever interested. So I don't know if he ever sold it or took it down, but you just got to wheel and deal. And yes, like yesterday, some people said, well, I'm not too cool about going to meet people at their house and to pick up anything. You don't know who you're dealing with. Very true. Very true. But you could meet them at a Walmart parking lot. Now, granted, if there's a lot of stuff, you have to meet them at their house. Walmart parking lot, gas station parking lot. The police stations now have an area for doing online transactions. You can meet out there. And just be careful. That's all. Open your trunk, have them put the box in the trunk, take some gloves, open it, make sure everything's there, hand them the money, however you're going to do it like that. So that's just one option. Just one. So I sell on Marketplace. I usually reduce prices very low. It's bigger items. And that's typically what I do, is I try to sell bigger items on Marketplace. And let me just go back. Marketplace. Does it tell you what you have for sale? Selling. I only have 2 things left. And I should boost the listing or relist it. This is one thing I have. This is enormous. It's like 3 feet tall by 2 feet wide. It's electrical. Basically it's a Japanese slot machine. I put slot machine on the title and Facebook pulled it. They said, no, you can't sell gaming. All right. So it's a gaming machine. And then I think this is the last. Yep. This is the last panini grill that I have left. So I haven't paid attention to the listings. I have to remarket them. Like it says, renew post. I haven't done that yet. So let me see if I'm missing any questions. I think, yes, Japanese slot machine. I think I'm caught up. All right. So that's just one way. Facebook Marketplace. That's just one way to source. So let's look at this one. Craigslist. Anybody list, sell, buy anything on Craigslist? Did you know Craigslist has a free option? For sale, free. What you're going to find here usually is stuff like this. Furniture. Wow, this is a lot of stuff here. Why is it free? You'll typically find it's free because the people are moving. They sold their house. The garage sale didn't work and they got to go. When you have a contract on your house, you got 30 days. If it's an FHA or a VA loan, probably 45 days. But from the day you sign that contract, 30 days to 45 days, your house has to be empty and broom swept because you're going to closing and you're going to exchange the keys. As soon as they sign the contract, the house is theirs. So if you're doing a garage sale or something and the stuff didn't sell, you got to get rid of it somehow. And by putting it in the street for people to take or whatever is not good either, because then you could cause county enforcement to come by and levy a fine. And who's going to get that fine but the person that just bought your house? Excuse me, thirsty. So check out free. Check out Craigslist, free stuff. And then just go on and see what they have. True, Michael. True. So whatever you're into, and I only suggest for now people sell what they know the most about and then easily branch into other categories. So like I know comics, I know collectibles, I know stuff like that. I'm getting to know video games really well. I know some car parts and I know enough like on some of that stuff. But like I know nothing about aviation. I really don't know and want to deal with appliances. So just go into the categories you're familiar with. But the other thing is, I believe they still have this, is you can go into wanted. And like this guy's all the time, we buy Galaxy phones. I buy scrap metal. Put ads like that. So that's reverse prospecting. That's making the people call you to sell something instead of, like, see, we buy phones. You're going to find a ton of ads for we buy phones because people are always upgrading their phone. And it's not like Sprint all the time where you just give them your phone. They give you a new one and your contract's extended 2 more years. Sometimes if you buy the phone, like me, when I bought my phone, I bought it outright, no contract. But then if I want to update it, I buy the next one. And then now I have this one left. So people, they're always, I know somebody that buys junk cars and he parts them out. You'd be amazed what you can get for a door handle for a 73 Chevy. Because it amazed me. A bumper, this is reverse prospecting. Look for stuff or put an ad in. I'll pay cash for your unwanted children's clothes. I will pay cash for your coins. I'm buying silver. I'm buying carburetors. I'm just making examples, but that's another way. You can also advertise for pickup leftover items. There's 2 people I know of. They will advertise for estate sale cleanup. So you go into an estate sale when it's all done. In other words, Sunday, usually at 3:00 in the afternoon, and say, "Oh, listen, I'll give you $200. I'll broom clean it. We'll take everything that's left." And a lot of times that's what they want, because then if they don't sell it and have that done, they have to do it. So does that make sense to everybody? I hope. So that's some of Craigslist. And don't forget to go on to Craigslist where you are. Craigslist, they don't have one, they don't have one for St. Cloud, Florida. They don't have one for Kissimmee, Florida. We're all called Orlando, Florida. The next closest one is Tampa, Florida, or Daytona. So just go to the closest big one where you are, and you can go into all these. Like, go into services, make your own ad for services, real estate, and post in there, I will do estate sale cleanup. Once you sell your house, I will give you a price for everything and clean it up. I'll leave you the house broom swept. That's a key thing that they like to hear, broom swept. So things like that, or go into garage sales. Where is the garage sales? Not too many people having garage sales these days. Post an ad. I will buy whatever's left from your garage sale when it's done. And they'll call you and say, "Hey, I got a lot of stuff left over. Just take it. Or give me $20 or $25 and take it all." It's just an idea. It's just reverse prospecting. So did I miss anybody? You advertise, picked up left. I find Craigslist toolbar slows my computer down. Yeah, it could be. And hello, Jerry. Thanks for coming in. I sent one of those articles. Don't forget your round robin auctions. And Michael, yep, that's right. It's not just my round robin auctions. There must be 100 people doing auctions on YouTube and Facebook now. I think every hour of the day, just about every day of the week, you can find an auction or a sale. You'll find that a lot of people on Facebook will do a sale, not typically an auction. The way they do it is, and I'll mention one guy in particular, not his page or anything. He has a ping pong table. If you're familiar with ping pong tables, it's a whole table, but then if you want to play by yourself, you could fold up half. So you could just play ping pong by yourself. You could bounce it off the backboard. So what he does is he puts a little piece of paper, and it could be as simple as a Post-it note, A, B, C. Okay, I want $20 for A. I'm going to start $20 for A. And he puts it in front of where it says A on the table. And he says, okay, this is such and such, and it's this, and it's great, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to start this at $5. And this is B. And then he could have this and say, okay, this is a $10 claim. I didn't know what a claim was. This is a C. I'm going to start. This is a $10 claim. So even I asked, what's a claim? A claim is you'll pay $10 and it's yours. Basically a buy it now. That's gone. Somebody says, yes, I'll give you $10 for C. That's gone. Okay, this is now, I'm going to open this at $10. This is on C. And then he says, I'm going to give it a 3 minutes, 3-minute countdown. Nobody's interested. Somebody could come back and say, hey, that thing you wanted $10 for, I'll give you 8. And he could say, well, if nobody bids 10 or more within another minute, I'll sell it to you for 8. And this is the way it goes. And he'll be on for usually 2 hours. Yeah, no, pass this. All right, I'm going to do this and that. And that's the way he does it. Pretty interesting. You have to text him your information. So right off the bat, they have your phone number. And I guess maybe that protects him. I don't know. But it's an interesting way to do sales on, and I've been watching his channel. Him and somebody else from Massachusetts does comics, and it's the same way. He has a rack, and he shows 4 books. And instead of A, B, or C, he puts $10, $20, $5 in front of the book. And somebody says, I'll give you $5 for Spidey. I'll give you $6 for Spidey, and I'll give you, and then he crosses it out, puts a 6, crosses it out, and he does the same way. So I've been watching those two guys for probably 2 years now, the way they've been doing it. And then the popularity of YouTube auctions came on, and like I said, now there's a ton. There's a ton of auctions out there. So you can usually just do a search for live auction, and you could find it. There's one that I saw yesterday on the channel. Go back and review yesterday's. It's a wholesaler, and they sell pallet lots. They were doing an auction, a wholesale auction. I had already given them my resale number. So they were selling, Dolly was on and Adam were on. They were selling a 30 or 50 foot extension cord, exterior, I think outdoor extension cord for $7. And Dolly says those go for like $30. So they were selling them by the case, and I think the case was 12 pieces. So there's something you could buy and resell and, double your money. So that's nice. Hopefully I got everything. Hopefully I'm not boring everybody. Sandy says sometimes I don't speak well and I'm very lethargic and tired and sounding. So hopefully I'm a little more upbeat. I don't know if she's still listening. So let's check out a couple of more that I have here. Here's one too that Dolly looks at, not as often. Let Go. Let Go is another one you could look at. Any price. St. Cloud, United States. And this is what comes up. Silver and diamond brooch, is it going to say? Maybe later. $200 silver and diamond bracelet. So clearly you really have to know what you're doing to buy something like this. I don't know if they have test kits you could bring along with you. Oh, gee, thank you, Jerry. I wish Sandy heard that. Maybe she saw that too. Jerry says, I speak fine for an old guy. $200 tools, sneakers, Melbourne. That's like 30 miles away. Lakeland, 30 miles away. But still, Winter Springs, I think that's where Jerry is. Ocala is at least 30 miles away. Florida has everything, but nothing's close. But these are some of the things you could find on Let Go. You're going to find stuff that's resellable, maybe. 32-piece stone inspirational keychains. Something somebody made, $20 for 32 pieces. Could you resell them? Who knows? Maybe some people like that stuff. Hello, Bobby. How are you? PA. I thought that said oil. Oh. Hello. How are you doing? For those in New York, I used to be part of Free Cycle movement, so you may want to check out. Everything is free on Free Cycle. That's nice. Free. We all like free. I think we all like free. So that's just another thing. Let go. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got to check. Oh, it's Paula. Okay, Paula. Well, thanks for coming into the YouTube channel. Finally, we got you here. Now we're never letting you go. Paula has a store. She's a friend of mine. She has a store in an antique mall in Kissimmee, which is another place you could source. You can go to some, like, we don't have one in St. Cloud. There is hers. Hers is pretty big in Kissimmee, but you could go to those antique malls because there's one building with probably 50 dealers. That's one person specializes in this one, and you can go around and maybe make some deals for stuff for yourself, order, resell. So that's an idea too. So my last part of looking for places to source is eBay. Not just regular eBay. A long time ago, somebody told me, I think it was Griff from eBay, at one of the eBay lives. I don't know if it was the one in New Orleans or one of them we went to. Is, have you ever tried sourcing on eBay for stuff that's misspelled? Because not everybody will spell something correctly. So what they tell you to do is to type in something you're looking for and misspell it on purpose. Hello, Kim. Kim, I hope you I didn't know, Adam. I hope you check out yesterday's video. I did the boxing one that you were interested in. So I tried to look at Spider-Man Maximum Venom. It's a series of action figures that just came out. And I'm thinking, well, maybe somebody could spell maximum wrong. And I started to look, and I really couldn't find it. Spider-Man is unusual because some people type it the way it's written in the comic, Spider-Man. And then some people type it all together. So if you want to find both, just type them both in the search bar, and either one will come up. You're not looking, it won't give you a title with both. It'll give you a title with either or. Like, see, this one's all together and this one's separate. If someone wants to put an example in of something that somebody could spell wrong, because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I thought maximum. So if I did, let's say I want to do Spidey Max, what would come up there? Spider-Man, Spidey Suits, third printing. Spidey Suits. Spider-Man, Spidey. Mini Mates. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So let's just say I did Spidey. Or no. I can't even do that because I was thinking of Toyota. Somebody give me an example of something that somebody could misspell that maybe you sell. Coffee. Take a cold beer. Maybe that could be one. Let's see. Comics. Okay. Now he does have comic in here, but he also has comics because it's Rocket Comics. So I think all you're going to get is Rocket Comics. So let's just do one thing else because Marvel is not comics. All right. Now, see, comics is not in here, but here's Black Cat #1. I don't know why it's coming up with that. Limited edition comics variant. So what they say to do, Shot in the Dark, Leapfrog, David Graham shirts. Okay, hold that thought. So we just did Marvel Comics. And what you want to do is you want to go to, it's typically it's going to come up with Best Match. All right. Ain't Me Babe Comics book. And that's the real title. So David Graham shirts. It's supposed to be Robert Graham, right? $49 results for David Graham, Robert Graham. So it's always going to come up with Best Match. And what you want to do is you want to drop that down and go to time ending sooner or ending soonest. So what they think is people misspell it. They put it on auction. They'll start it at a low price and it doesn't get any money. So there's a chance you could hop on something at that low price and pick it up and buy it. That's a shot. That may work. Bill Graham, David Graham, 21st birthday. So you could do ending soonest or price plus shipping lowest first. If somebody started something, at 99 cents on auction saying, oh no, this will go to $20-$30 and it doesn't go at all, and you grab it for $1, $2, even $4, that's great. So it's just another reverse prospecting thing. Now, Jerry said, hold on. Try misspelling Spider-Man. This person clearly spelt it wrong, and so did this person. Now, Web of Spider-Man, not worth that much. Marvel Team Up 128, could be. It's definitely worth $2.50. Spider-Man number 58. That's the new Spider-Man, so it could be. But very good, Jerry. Jerry, are these all your listings all spelt wrong? Just kidding. But that's a good example right there. So you definitely have to. Marvel Knight's really not worth much at all. But yeah, very perfect. Whoops. Where was that? The Amazing Spider-Man 146. Depending on fine condition. But he spelt it right. But now these people here did not spell it right. Buy it now. Best offer. $3.99 shipping. $1.99 shipping. So I have that book too. That might be worth. That's definitely worth $250. It's not worth $450 shipping though. But there's a great example right there. Now, am I going to email this person or text this person, contact this person, say, hey, you could probably get more hits if you spelled Spider-Man right? No. So there's that's a perfect example of how to capitalize on something that somebody did wrong. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. And I know, Jerry, those aren't your listings, Jerry. Bye, Melanie. Take care. Thank you for coming in. Sourcing misspell. I do it every once in a while when I think of what I'm looking for, and then I always do it differently. Spell it a little differently. So what else is anybody else sourcing any other way that we didn't cover on here? I like that free one too that she put in. Anybody else looking at any other sites or getting deals on any other sites? Yeah, Paula? Are you selling pops at your store inside the mall, Paula? No, another perfect example here. Paula said it's Funko, and they put Fonko. Fonko Hulk Gladiator dispenser, $10. Sonic with ring. I don't know. Stan Lee, $200, autographed by Stan Lee with COA. I don't know. I'm really not into pops. I think we have 2 or 3 in the house here. Only because Sandy likes Harlequin. So we did that. Yeah, Adam says liquidation sites is another. I stopped sharing the screen. I do this a lot to you guys. I talk like you're looking right through my eyes and you can see what I'm talking about. Funko Pops instead of Funko Pops. See, did you mean Funko Pop? Because Funko, there's only 12 results. Funko is 400,000 results. Big difference. Still, these are, in my estimation, way overpriced. Way overpriced. Even the $200 on the thing there for his autograph is way overpriced. So I guess everybody knows this place by now. Bulk.com. And Flipper Joe says we can all source from his 2 warehouses. Why don't you start selling this stuff on bulk? I mean, not on bulk, but as bulk buys. Flipper Joe. Thanks for coming in, by the way, too. Bulk is a wholesale liquidator. You just have to give them your tax ID and your business information and that stuff. They do auctions. They have auctions and stuff like that. If you do not have a loading dock, it's more money to have a pallet shipped to a home, because now you got to get a truck with a drop down. I forget what it's called. But it's a lot more money. I think to have a pallet, well, for me, for these guys, to get myself a pallet, it's $160 delivery charge, plus the price of the pallet. But like Men's Apparel, Vino, Michael Kors, 84 items. They claim it's $8,385 retail value. A liftgate. Thank you, Jerry. And Adam, thank you. They take this price off the manufacturer's suggested retail price. No one thank you, John, too. No one sells anything lately manufactured suggested retail price. So take this with a grain of salt here. You're looking at, like 2/3 of this price. So the initial bid is $757 plus freight. There's 84 items. Let's just say, let me bring this over here. Let's say you win this for $800 plus, let's just give an average, $150 to deliver it. You're into it for $950 divided by 84 items. Your cost per item is $11.30. Can you get $11.30 out of the stuff? Well, this says that Amazon is selling this piece for $33.92, $29.95. Someone's selling it for, what was it, $19.31. You drop down on Amazon. How popular is it? It's very popular. It's 50,000 ranking, which means it'll probably sell within a couple of weeks. That's just one item, and there's two of them. So you need to go every single item, copy the UPC that they give you, put it into Amazon, put it into eBay, and research. Can you make your money back? Can you make all your money back plus a profit? If you're just going to break even, it's not worth it. You have to be really, really, really careful. These are new items, as you can see here, new items, because you can go here and you can buy new, you could buy like new, uninspected returns, scratch and dent, or salvage. Salvage means they checked them and they're not going to work. There's no way they're going to work. They're broken, but they're thinking somebody will buy it because they can buy 3 of these and make 1 out of the 3. The uninspected returns, you know how that goes a lot of times. Somebody buys something from Target, Walmart, they put the old one in the box and they return it and say, hey, this doesn't work. You could possibly get that item in one of these pallets. I've seen other people's videos where they do a pallet unloading and it's happened. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens too much. So that is, you just got to do a search for liquidation. And there's a lot of them out there. There's definitely a lot of them out there. But it can be done. That's another way. Yeah, Mike, I've been looking at these sites for 2 years. I haven't been able to drop the hammer on one yet. Because I look and I'm saying to myself, I can't see a profit. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't, unless they're, I don't know. I mean, I look at some people and say, I don't see a profit in these things. So that's I think we've covered a few sites now for online sourcing. But just be careful. Just because you got that stimulus money doesn't mean you have to drop it on some of these places and go nuts. Make sure you can make a profit. You don't just want to get your money back. You want to turn 10 into 15 or 20. You want to turn 50 into 100. Don't just get your money back, because don't forget about shipping, and then you have to buy a box, and you have to buy bubble wrap, and you have to ship it out, your time. So make sure that you can, if you're going to do that, you're going to jump in, make sure you can make some money doing it. And if you have a lot of stuff you want to sell, jump on with one of these auctions and try to sell some stuff too. So what else is everybody? I know you guys have been talking about a lot of different things while I just keep ranting and ranting. So clue me in what everybody's talking about. You can always go dumpster diving. Yeah, I don't think it's legal here either. So what's everybody else going to be up to for the rest of Friday? Watching a movie, listing some stuff, looking at some of the sites we just went over. And then tomorrow, I know Nate and Anthony are doing an auction. I want to say it's at 1 o'clock. I'm pretty sure it's at 1 o'clock. Yes, Jerry's doing one at 5 o'clock on Facebook. He's doing a sneak peek today at 6 on his channel. Donna's taking some listing, Flippin' Frozen is taking some listing photos. Tiffany is listing. Been neglecting. Oh, I thought you were going to say your baby, but it's eBay. Poshmark and Macari. Oh, yes. Nadine's going to come on with me next week. We probably do a... John's getting 3 to 6 inches of snow tonight. Wow. We're probably going to do probably a 2-day Poshmark, because Nadine is, if you don't know Nadine from the thrifting board, she is like the queen of Poshmark. So she's going to come on and talk about Poshmark and how to do it, how to be successful with it. So that'll be cool. Hi, Tim. Now, Tim says he's been posting ads on Craigslist with great success. Just shopped an estate sale privately, just myself and the new owner of the estate. Great. See, so it can be done. It can be done. Kim, you're planting already? Well, it is April. True. It is April. What kind of plants? Like tomato plants and peppers, and what kind of plants you're planting, Kim? It's about to get real. So Kim says she's going. About to get real is going back to her childhood and playing in the dirt. Playing in the dirt. Oh, by the way, anybody knows anybody that wants to move to Florida, God's waiting room, Kissimmee, 30 minutes from Disney. I have a house for sale, not the one I'm living in. It's my rental property. Probably a lot of you have seen it on my Facebook page. It's still a great time to buy a house, believe it or not. Low interest rates right now. Hopefully, I'll get it sold, but yeah, definitely. Watermelon, cantaloupe, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, kale, herbs. Nice. What kind of herbs? It's about to get real. Herbs or Cheech and Chong herbs? Yeah, isn't that amazing? Flipping frozen. John's in Massachusetts, and you're, to the left of him, and he's getting snow, and it's cold where you are, and Kim's going to start planting. And Nadine she's in the background there. I can talk about Poshmark, Macari, Depop, eBay, women's fashion, clothing, and shoes. Oh, ladies, you're going to have to tune in, I mean. Shoes, accessories, yarn, linens, and probably a lot of other things. So I will be doing an ad for that and getting it out, because Nadine is a wealth of information. She's got it all up there. She's been doing it. She's been rocking it with all that stuff. She does really, really good. So hopefully she'll be able to drop some wisdom on everybody, me included. Basil, oregano, and thyme. It's about to get reals planting. Nice. Well, hey, I'm going to... I didn't see that, Lisa. But I am going to cut it here. And I want to thank everybody for coming in. Yep. Subscribe to Adam's channel. It's difficult now to do this on... Yes, Flippin' Frozen. Nadine is usually on with Jason. Even Jason said he would come on and do something with me also. Jason's one of the influences that got me back heavily into eBay. And I will guess I am frozen. I'll get an ad up and start promoting next week's shows. Okay, now I got slammed last night for doing that. I'm a hillbilly, and I got slammed last night for doing that. What do you mean, Kim? But yeah, you when you're on YouTube now, you can't click the 3 buttons and go to their channel and subscribe. I don't know why YouTube stopped that. It's got to be something to do with everybody being home, probably. Maybe too many of the kids. I don't know. They're supposed to be learning something. They're supposed to be doing school stuff, and maybe they're going on YouTube, and I don't get it. Hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Okay. All right. Flippin' Frozen. I saw your last comment, but I don't want to actually just don't want to talk about other channels right now. I don't want anybody in here to talk about other channels, and I don't want other channels to come to me and say, well, Paul sent me over to promote his show and that type of stuff, because I have never done that, and I'm not doing that. So let's just keep it channel centric. Let's just talk about us, the people that are in the chat, and I don't have any ill will towards anybody. As much as I don't. I try to get along with everybody, but that's all I'm going to say. So, and I know you have good intentions also, but let's just not mention anybody else by name. But seriously, I know Anthony and Nate are doing an auction tomorrow. They have invited a lot of different auction companies, auctioneers and stuff like that, to go to their channel because they're doing bulk stuff. I clicked on the link, and I guess I was too late to get involved. Adam is doing an auction tonight. So if anybody's into pop culture and albums, as you know, he's got a 3 record stores. So, man, if he doesn't have the record album you're looking for, I don't know who will. So with that said, everybody, once again, thank you for spending your hour with me here tonight. And I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Record Crate Adam, yes. Record Crate Adam's Exploits is Wednesday at 3 on Adam's Exploits channel. So with that, everybody, I will say good night. Be safe. Reach out to your family. Have a good time. And that's it. Bye, everybody.